What's up everyone, my name's Al from GamesRep. Today we're going to take a look at the PlayStation 1 classic GTA, that's right, Grand Theft Auto 1 for the PlayStation 1, but now we're going to be bleeming it on the Sega Dreamcast. Should we take a look? Let's do this. Now, if you want to go ahead and skip to 1 minute 21 for the actual gameplay footage, then please go ahead, but I just want to show you here how we are actually playing GTA 1. That's right, the official PlayStation 1 disc on the Sega Dreamcast. We are using the beta Bleem disc, that's right, to enable us to essentially hot swap with the official PlayStation 1 copy of Grand Theft Auto 1. So let's pop it into the console, let's put the lid down, and let's load up some PlayStation 1 goodness on the king of consoles, the Sega Dreamcast. Isn't it weird how when time flies past, you kind of forget about this classic music that were in very much of the menus back in the day. There used to be great menu music. Now, let's face it, there really isn't this caliber of music. But as you can see, this is GTA 1 playing on the Sega Dreamcast. That's right, we are taking a look at GTA 1 on the Sega Dreamcast. And let me tell you folks, it plays like a dream. Although there are some, I'm not going to say loading issues, I'm just going to say it does load, it loads pretty fast for a Bleem game. I mean, some of these Bleem games seem to take an absolute eternity to load anything, but this actually plays quite well. Now, what you will notice straight away is the sound is a little bit weird. You can tell all the sounds are not working here, apart from when you're in a vehicle. For some reason, the music tracks for the in-car radio works well and, works without issue. But we're missing some sound effects. So when I'm talking about sound effects, I'm talking about the sound of the actual car moving, the sound of people, like pedestrians. I'm pretty sure there's gunfire in this game, but for some reason, it's kind of few and far between. It kind of picks and chooses what it wants to play in its audio. The weird thing is the game actually seems to run kind of hyper smoothly. It runs really, really smoothly to the point where, as you can see as I'm driving, it almost seems a little bit, just a fraction too fast. I might be wrong here, and I might just not be remembering how well GTA 1 actually played, but to me, it just seems to play all that little bit too quickly, which is, it's weird to get used to, especially when you're driving. When you're running, when you're on foot, not necessarily that bad, but when you're driving, I don't know, it just seems a little bit too fast. But again, I could be wrong. Now, what you are about to see, let's face it, is essentially the speed jump, right? We all remember the speed jump from Speed. Well, here we go with the bus. Oh, well that ended and landed exactly how I thought it would have. Now let's talk controls. Like I said, this game does run, like I said, a little bit quickly, but apart from that, it's really solid. It works well with the Dreamcast D-pad and all the action buttons. Triggers don't work, but I don't believe there was ever any triggers assigned to any buttons sort of combination on the PlayStation 1. I could be wrong, but it plays well and there's really no issues when it comes to the actual control. So summing up this game so far, it's looking pretty good. Now the only real downside is, well, there's a couple. They're not massive, but there are a couple. Now VMU support, there is no saving at all in this game. So when you are completing missions, etc., there is no way to save your progress. The other big thing is there are no FMVs. Now if I remember correctly, there are only a couple, and these come sort of at the beginning, or the ending I should say, of each level. If I remember correctly, that is. They are not included here. I believe the game just skips, if I remember rightly, or you can hear it but you can't see it. Which, it's not putting me off playing the game. I'm still playing this, and like I said, I think this plays really damn well on the Sega Dreamcast. Anyway, like I said, I think you guys really should be getting, if you've already got a copy of GTA 1, make sure to get the beta Bleemcast disc, burn it on a disc, and get this goodness into your Sega Dreamcast. I've been Al from Games Rip. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you with GTA London.